Hey there, my fellow lunatics, and welcome to Dakon's Madhouse.
Hey there, lunatics. I was watching the Future Games Showcase, and I saw a game that really caught my eye. A new Metroidvania with gorgeous, hand-drawn artwork and a really cool-looking premise. The game is called Constance. It's about a girl with steadily declining mental health who creates an artificial world in her imagination. You explore the ruins of her psyche and slowly piece together why your character is so depressed and start to restore her mental health. As someone who has struggled with mental health myself, I found this concept to be intriguing. There is a free demo currently available on Steam, and I definitely encourage everyone to download it and try the game for themselves. I did, and I definitely have thoughts on this game. My first problem with the game is definitely a me thing. I don't think this is a problem with the game, just a problem with how I play games. For me, the right trigger is an attack button. Always has been, always will be. Whenever games try to change the default mappings to something more unique, it just pisses me off. Don't try to be cute or clever with your button mappings. RT is an attack. It's not a dash. It's not a jump. It's a fucking attack. And yes, I will die on this hill. And yes, I also know that I can remap the buttons. That's why I consider this a me problem. Because even though I did remap the buttons to something that makes sense to people, with Earth logic, I now faced a new problem. My conscious memory is telling me that dash is RT because that's what the game just told me it was, and that's what I just spent the last 45 minutes trying to learn before giving up and remapping the button. And my subconscious memory is telling me that dash is the B button, which is what I just remapped it to. So I'm still fucking it up all the time and pressing the wrong button. When a game forces you to remap the keys, you have to spend more time adjusting to the game's controls. It causes more confusion and leads to frustration. This definitely contributed heavily to my final opinion of the game. Because when I voiced my opinion on this on the Discord, one of the devs was nice enough to reply. And his response was reasonable and understandable, but also telling. He said that in his opinion, the RT control is perfectly normal as a dash because Souls-like games use RT as dash. And well, that just further solidifies my opinion that Souls-like games are absolute fucking trash. I don't give two shits about what Souls-like games do, especially when this game isn't supposed to be a Souls-like game. It's a Metroidvania. Or at least, that's what it looked like in the trailer. If this is supposed to be a Souls-like Metroidvania blend, then count me out. The entire Souls genre can go fuck itself for all I care. It is not fun to die repeatedly at the same spot until you finally make that pixel-perfect jump or attack combo that finally gets you past the area. And that is kind of what I experienced. At first, the gameplay was fun. It was challenging, but not so challenging that I would get stuck. There are multiple paths that can get you to the same spot, allowing for some creative control in your exploration. These are all good things and great game design as far as I'm concerned, and praise to the Constance devs for that. I was definitely enjoying the game at first. Despite my frustration with controls, the gameplay itself was smooth. The combat is what I expected from early game Metroidvanias. The scenes were littered with fun little secrets to find. And honestly, I was well on my way to giving this game a glowing review. Then I hit this challenge. It seems simple, right? It's just a long sequence of well-timed jumps and attacks. This is a common challenge in many Metroidvanias. Only this challenge was not simple. I died over and over and over and over and over For almost 30 minutes on my stream, I beat my head against the wall of this challenge. Even after I rage quit my stream, I still tried to beat this challenge for another hour or so offline. I never got past it. Never. So is this a skill issue? Yeah, probably. I am not the best at these kinds of platforming games. I love playing them though, and I go into it knowing that there will be some spots that I struggle with. But this wasn't a struggle. This was futility. This was a challenge designed for people who play Souls-like games. A challenge designed for you to die at over and over until you finally figure out the exact combo and perfect timing to get through. This challenge separates the casual gamer from the pro gamer. And if the developers are aiming for a pro gamer audience, then this challenge definitely helps with that. I'm sure most platforming experts will try this challenge, beat it in 1 to 3 attempts, and laugh at me for not being able to get past what they would consider a pretty simple challenge. And if that's what the devs want, that's fine. But as someone who is a more casual player, this challenge was awful. It was poorly designed. In a game about mental health, this challenge wrecked mine. I don't mind a frustratingly hard platforming challenge like this at the end of a game. Hollow Knight has a hellish one in the end game that unlocks some secret features. But it's optional. It's not required to get to the next stage of the game. And if you're going to put a Souls-like frustrating platform challenge in the game, it should be at the end of the game, and it should be optional with an easier path that is less rewarding. It should never be mandatory, unless your goal is to weed out casual players. Having this challenge here at the beginning of the game tells me that the devs have a very specific audience in mind, and it's not players like me. I have no idea what the boss fights are like in this game, as I never got to one. This single challenge was so impossible for me to complete that I just never beat the demo. And because of this challenge, I have no desire to purchase the game or ever play the full version. In the end, Constance was a beautiful game, but that's just not enough. It also needs good gameplay that is rewarding for the player, and I didn't feel rewarded. I felt punished. So would I recommend Constance? No, I don't recommend it. Unless you're the kind of gamer who casually does Kaizo Mario levels, I don't think this is the game for you. It certainly isn't the game for me, which is a real shame because it looked great. I really wanted to like this game. I really did. But I just didn't.